Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another video. I'm Jordan, if you don't already know that. How you doing? I'm doing great. You know I'm doing good when I got the glass water. 1 second. Yeah. Lifetime supply needed. So, anyways, I don't want to belabor the intro. If you're here, that means either you're interested in art or you make art. So with that being said, get out your utensils to work on whatever you want to work on, or put me on in the background while you're cooking, doing dishes. You know what I'm saying? But like we gonna work together. But yeah, so today we're working on the hands. Still, I know. The hands have been plaguing me, but whatever. We're gonna do it. Let's work on the painting. So I took a nap today, and when I woke up from that nap, I was like, you know what? I could use a coffee. So I had a little coffee. I usually don't drink coffee. I'm more of a tea guy. But you know what? I say, yo, it's Saturday. We gonna go for the coffee. Dude, that was like a drug. I feel like that coffee had me foaming at the mouth. I was feeling crazy. Absolutely crazy, but also so energized. Y'all, I'm not going to bed until 11 p.m. So late, don't I know it. So I was at work this week, and I was sitting there, and I work fairly close to the MoMA. Like it's a walkable distance. And I was sitting there and I was just thinking, I was like, dude, if you're this close to your favorite museum, you might as well go over there and just see what's popping. So that's exactly what I did. So on my lunch break, I went and looked at my favorite painting in New York City, perhaps in the world. It's called Three Women by the Fountain by Picasso. I think he painted it in I want to say 1921. I don't know the exact date, but it doesn't really matter because he painted it regardless. But yeah, I went to go look at that. I also stopped and looked at like some Matisse's and the Lily. Dang, I'm blanking on her name, but she's one of the founding members of the MoMA, and she kind of built their collection out. And so, I just went to go look at some old masters, and that just made me remember, like, dude, you're in the city and you should be you have access to all of these great things and all of these resources, so use them, especially because I'm chasing a dream, and I don't want to put that on the back burner for anything. And so I got off my butt, ate my lunch real quick, and I was at the museum because you know what? I deserve it. Oh, we got double the burnt sienna, y'all. Yo, we up. Windsor lemon. This is probably... Oh, this opens. I bet. Let's give it. All right. But yeah, so went to the MoMA to in particular look at the hands on that Picasso piece, because I just, everything about that painting, the stylization, the size of the women, the color choices, the simplicity, it's a beautiful, beautiful painting. I say all of that to say, if you have a dream or a goal, chase that shit, because I believe in you like I believe in me. You feel me? Like, you can do it. Okay, dude, most of this paint is still wet. We're like really winning. It's these greens, y'all. Oh no, the green is valid. Look at you. I knew it. I knew you'd betray me. Yeah, I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying? I hope I got my wits about me tonight to paint. Yes, I bet. We only need to change out 2 colors. I'm okay with. I keep thinking about how back in the day, painters just kind of only worried about painting. But that's like a particular kind of person though. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys came from really wealthy families, and we live in a different time. And also, it was cheaper to live in the world. Is this? Oh, how did I do that? Got paint on my fingers. It was cheaper to live in the world, and I don't know, man. I do not know. Oh, bad news bears. We got some oil. Yo, we got all this paint out. It's a movie. Yo, these hands have been giving me so much trouble, and more trouble than I guess I'm used to with hands, but that might be because I'm out of practice. I guess I'm not typically drawing hands. I'm typically doing faces and stuff. Alright. But we're locked in, so it don't really matter. Today was you ever have one of those days where you just get hit with idea after idea while you're in the shower? I love days like today. Okay, let me just take a second. While I was at the gym today, I was listening to Balloonerism, the new Mac Miller album. Well, I don't know how we'll define it as new, but they just released a new posthumous Mac Miller album, and I love Mac Miller. I think he's awesome. I was a big fan of his while he was alive. I'm a fan of anyone who's chasing greatness, with few exceptions. But yeah, I was listening to the album and it made me sad because it's one, he's no longer here, but two, in the album he talks a lot about dying, and I know that's nothing new for Mac, but it's kind of hard to hear, especially with knowing how he died. With that being said, go listen to it if you haven't. I would love to hear your opinion on it. I digress. While I'm listening to it and I'm thinking, wow, he's talking about dying so much on this album, it got me thinking about how powerful your words can be. And in a bunch of Mac songs he talks about dying or how he wants to die, and that's something that was kind of always on his mind. And I think our words have more power than we know, and it's important to watch what we say, or it's important to be more intentional with our words. And nothing is a greater example than any person you look up to. I feel like whether it's a musician, a painter, movie maker, whoever, right? All of these people talk about how powerful the spoken word is and what it can do. And I think some of us don't really take that too seriously. I mean, I'll speak for myself. I know I'm not always super conscious about what I'm saying, but I need to be. Definitely need to be. And I feel like if someone can speak death into their life, they can also speak life and success and whatever else they want, which is what I would like to do, and I know any of us can do that, which is why it's so important to just be aware of the things that you want and, try to not lose sight of the end goal. Because I feel like for me, something that happens a lot is I get really impatient. I get impatient and I feel like I'm not very forgiving when it comes to allowing things to take the proper amount of time. And I need to be, because everything's going to happen on its own time, and it might not be my time. And I need to just another artist I feel like kind of speaks into existence their whole life is Kanye. And I know people have mixed feelings about him, whatever. I'm not here for that. What I'm here for is the fact that it seems like he is a human who sort of understands just how powerful his word is. And I was watching this, there's this Drink Champs interview that he has, and he goes, it's not that I'm not right, I'm just not right now. And I get that, because to me it feels like the way words work is you sort of have to recite them enough times for the universe to hear you, and then it takes into effect. And so for me, I just want to make sure that, when I'm making my wish every day, it's the right wish and not the thing that I think I want but I don't want. I don't know if that makes sense. But I say all that to say we should all strive to be a little more impeccable with our word. And I actually think that's one of the 4 agreements. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think I got to that chapter yet, but words mean things. Words mean things. As crazy as it sounds, words mean things. And we're all super powerful, and we all have that ability. It's just about locking in. And I know, since you here, so I know you about that lock in life. You know what I mean? New York is so noisy. New York if there was a contest for New York to be quiet for $1 billion, New York would lose. It's just not even a question. New York is losing. It's New York don't even want to pretend to know how to be quiet. This shit always making noise. But my favorite album of all time, since you're asking, is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Depends on the day you ask me, actually. It might not be my favorite album of all time, but it's up there. It's perfect in almost every way. But I feel like that album sort of predicted the next 10 years of Kanye's life, and 15 actually. It's so as I've been painting, I've been thinking about the painters that I really like, and just artists in general that I love. And the thing that they all sort of have in common is that they're sickos. And I don't mean R. Kelly or Bill Cosby. What I mean is they all have this ability to speak into existence their desires. And that's something that I too would like to be able to do. And I think I can do it to a somewhat lesser extent. I don't really know how to make it happen like that yet. I say all of that to say, oh, this is a finger right here. I say all that to say, if you have something that you really want to do in life, write it down, talk to whoever you can about, people you trust, of course, but, talk to anyone who will listen, and, do everything in your power to make it real, because that's the only way it's going to happen, is you become obsessed with it, and that's the only thing you think about, and it's the only thing you talk about. Maybe not the only thing, there are other things in life, but what I'm getting at is, in order for us to make our dreams come true, we have to just constantly work at it and remind ourselves, and honestly remember why we started, whether it's for the love of the game, or if it's for something more, changing your life or your family's life, whatever, right? It doesn't really matter, and that's super personal, and that's up to you. But what I'm getting at is, you are a very capable person, and you can do anything that you put your mind to. So don't forget about your dreams, because they are worthwhile. And actually, if you've made it this far, what's one thing you've always wanted, but you might have not told anyone? For me, the one thing that I've always wanted, I look pretty good. The one thing that I've always wanted and haven't told anyone is I want a grocery store in my house. That sounds so stupid. But when I was younger, I used to tell my mom, I'm gonna get us a house and I'm gonna have a grocery store inside of it. I might not be able to get a grocery store with cashiers and stuff, but I want a house that I can put a lot of food in. That's something I've always wanted. This painting is a pain. This painting is an absolute pain, but I am enjoying it Except for these damn hands, dude. While I'm working on this, I'm always like, all right, once we get to the next part, smooth sailing. But it's never smooth sailing. It never is. It never is. Yeah, this painting is bending me. It's bending me over its knee, y'all. I am getting very close to the point of calling it for the day. But I will say I've made some nice improvements on it. Some very nice improvements, actually. Alright, let's try and do this last finger. And then tomorrow I'll come in and finish the belly, and I'll do her legs. I also used to want like a water park in my backyard, which is funny because I know how to swim, but I don't enjoy it. Does that make, as I've gotten older, I've learned to sort of enjoy swimming. Swimming's cool, but only because I like the exercise aspect of it. I'm just trying not to ruin the progress I made today. You know, I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm like kind of painting scared. Yeah, I'm like kind of painting scared because I don't want my efforts from the day to not be ruined. Ruined is such a hard word because you can always fix the stuff you mess up, but Jesus, boy, is it hard to fix it. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna add a couple more strokes and then I'm gonna call it for the day. I can come back tomorrow with a clearer head because I feel like the hands are gonna be a piece of this painting that's looked at like really, really closely. So I don't want to sort of rush it, but I made, listen, 2 out of the 5 hands or fingers, they look good. So I'll take it. Let me just scrape this down a little bit. So when I come back to it tomorrow, it won't be super textured. Everything else looks pretty good. I'm actually going to scrape this guy down too, because there's improvements I can make on this one as well. But everything else is looking good. So let me clean up. And I will give me 1 sec. So that's gonna do it for the day. I didn't get super far, but I got further than I did last time, and I made some slight improvements, so I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna give you guys a close-up of the hands yet because there's still sort of a problem, but it's cool. The more I paint, the more it just kind of sinks in that nothing I do in life is a race. It's a marathon. I know that's kind of cliche these days, but genuinely though, I'm in no competition with anyone, and I'm just trying to get better than I was the day before. And I feel like I did that with this painting, so I'm happy. I'm having a good time. Anytime I sort of set expectations on when I begin a painting, I never reach those expectations and I get slightly disappointed. And I'm beginning to realize that when I just kind of go into things with no expectations or low expectations, I perform better. So I'm going to try and do that the next session on this painting. But with that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I'm gonna see you soon. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, actually, because I'm gonna paint again. Thank you so much, and like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Yeah, thank you. Anytime you take the time out of your day to watch these videos, it couldn't make me happier. So with that being said, I'm gonna go wash my brushes and get ready for bed, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.